Okay, there's my microphone. Hello everybody, welcome to a Sunday Worlds of ZZT stream where today we are going to be playing Meet the Tardigrades. A mid-2000s release that is a little bit Beatles inspired and a little bit Star Wars. I believe we have author in chat today, which is always a treat. This one is by Ern. It is going to be yet another part one of several in which the several never happened. So it's not going to take us too long. I picked this one after playing Tyro Bane on Friday and being like, what other ZZT games have fantasy listed as a genre? And the answer is not a lot. I mean, there's a billion games that should have it, but not many actually tagged with it. And many of which I have already streamed. But I haven't streamed this one, and this one's a little different because it's far more sci-fi than medieval. The Beatles inspiration is probably fairly clear, and it's only going to get clearer. This one's got some fun art. It also has title screen music, I don't know why. Oh, I think I just let it stop playing in the background. Let's actually listen to that song. Okay, good. I'm glad Ravenworks here could actually recognize it, because I had no idea. I just, the only reason I found out is because it says so in the object's code. And I just wanted to see, hey, is this title screen music going to loop or is it going to end? I can kind of hear it, but ZZT doesn't do the Beatles any favors. Let's check this one out. This is a mirror image game, so it starts with this lovely company intro screen. This is also the updated release, which changes almost nothing. It fixes 2 typos. Years and years ago, I did I didn't do a stream, I did an article covering the original release. Plenty of shoutouts. Thanks to the Beatles. There we go. Thanks to Star Wars, thanks to Blade Runner. Thanks to Wikipedia. Officially the most useful website in existence. Thanks to all sorts of people. This game was made in a week. And the usual musical inspirations. Sgt. Pepper, Queen, Supertramp, etc. And then a broken CD player. Very tragic. This game has some really nice art. There's going to be a lot of cool portraits. Some nice lighting effects in it. And this opening is probably not what you would expect a game like this to begin with. A rustic cottage in the middle of the woods. The sun is setting. Inside, an aged man in flowing purple robe is reading. Suddenly, he clutches his chest and contorts his face as if stricken by a great pain. Lets out a mournful cry, then begins to gasp for air. After a time, he slowly returns to normal. His face relaxes, and he unclenches his fist. It would seem the pain has passed. His expression reads a look of deep-set anxiety and concern. Something is coming. It's the Tardigrades! That's right. It's that new hip-hop band, the Tardigrades. What? You never heard of them, you say? Well, well, allow me to introduce you then. On the left there in blue is Paava. And on the other side in the gold is Jukka. Right front and center is the red-clad Gjergj. And in the back on drums is the ever-lovable Frodo, resplendent in purple. Good writing, too, actually. Tardigrades have many hit songs like I Just Wanna Love You, Yeah Yeah Yeah, Hey Hey Hey, Hey Yeah Hey, and I Just Wanna Love You reprised. Or they would, at least, if they were more popular. Right now, they're not so well known. People in their town love them, though. It's in that spirit that things are going to change. Tardigrades are prepared to go boldly forward into fame and glory. There's a big music festival about to take place on the nearby planet of Nylacaris. Media from all across the sector will be there to help record the performances. There are sure to be performances from not only seasoned musical veterans of great renown, but also from the up-and-coming, the new and hip, the lovable if bumbling. Tardigrades know that Nylacaris Festival will be just the thing they need to gain a foothold in the music industry. It will be their big break. All they need is a way to get there. And there's lovable Frodo in the back. I adore these outfits of just nice clean suits and fancy capes. It's a very good combination. And so nice. You don't really see musical instruments drawn in ZZT all that often, so these are pretty good. Tank far, late at night. Tardigrades relax while waiting for their orders to arrive. Listen guys, I was reading up on the Nylacaris thing. Apparently, if we pay the entrance fee, we can enter ourselves to play. It might just be the thing we need. Where are we going to get the money? I've been saving up some extra cash from work to buy a new guitar, but I'm alright with us using that for the fee. I just can't think of any way to get there. Nylacaris is pretty far. We need a decent transport to make it. Jukka, doesn't your dad own an old spice freighter? Yeah, but it hasn't flown for a long time. It needs a lot of work. It would probably cost less to just charter a ship there. What about old man Myrden? What about him? Don't they say he's into all that? Tinkering with old freighters and stuff? Yeah. But what good will that do us? He lives away out in the dark woods. None of us has ever seen him. How do you know he even exists? And even if he does, what makes you think he'd give us a ride to Nylacaris? He's right, Frodo. Myrden's a crazy old vat, and he'd never give us passage. Listen, concert's in 2 days, and it's not like we have any real other options. Is it really going to kill us to go up there and ask him? What's the worst he can do? Tell us to take a hike, that's about it. They're probably supposed to be space Brits, I would assume. But I am not doing an hour's worth of bad Beatles impressions. Frodo, you know what they say about him. I wouldn't really want to get him mad at us. You're telling me you actually believe all that? It's just urban legend, Gjergj. And besides, why would he get mad at us just for asking? The others still seem hesitant. Look, it's simple. We go up there, we knock on his door, we ask him if he'll give us a ride. If he says no, fine, at least we can say we tried. But if he says yes, we'll be on our way. Beautiful ZZT arcade machine just glowing in the background there. And look at those chairs, look how fancy. There they are, the Dark Woods. Go in, find Myrden, ask him to take us to Nylacaris. No problem. Easy. Hey guys, maybe just one of us should go in there. What? Well, if something goes wrong, the rest of us will be here to go get help. And hey, if everything goes well, then that person can come back for us. I was sporting of you to volunteer. Smashing! Dean. Or Frodo. To go on a quest. Fine then, you guys stay here. I'll be back with Myrden in no time flat. And their colorful capes make it easy to represent them as smiley faces. They all get their own little color. And now things turn into a more traditional kind of game. Starting with a guard. Hello, sir. How may I help you? Well, you could let me into the dark woods. Sorry, sir. By order of the mayor, I am to guard this entrance to the dark woods to ensure that no one tries to get in. It's for your own safety. Uh-huh. Damn. Would you like to try to bribe the guard? Sure. Don't have enough gems. Don't even bother trying. Okay. Well, I can't go back and tell them that my plan is already hitting a few snags. Well, I can't go into the woods, but I can go into the treacherous caverns. So why not? As you descend into the claustrophobic caverns, you immediately begin to second-guess your quest. However, you think back to your bandmates, and know how much the Nilocaris festival might mean for all of you. Suppressing your fears, you walk down the steep grade into the darkness below. On reaching the cave bottom, you realize things are far more spacious than you anticipated. Every move you make echoes off 1,000 hidden facets, amplifying each sound 1,000 times over. Somewhere off in the distance, you can hear rushing water. Oddly, this place feels vibrant, alive. Alright. There we go. We are going to beat these creatures up with our drumsticks. Just like the Beatles used to. I think it's very funny now being told to pronounce Gjergj like Coach Z would from Homestar Runner and seeing all these drumsticks. Boy, you either get them or they get you. And I guess we're collecting some money for a bribe. Is this gonna set my health to 100? Yes, okay. So I think that's just gonna be a flat fee. Yeah, this is 06, 07. Thank you for subscribing forever. Infinite keys. So this is definitely from an era where using plain old lions or something would be a bit passé. Instead we get to bash these guys instead. And that means we don't have to shoot anything. There's no revolvers in this game. Powerful, vicious-looking cave monster sprawled out here, fast asleep. Would you like to poke it? Yes, no. Come back to poke that thing later. Well, I guess that's the only other... Never mind, let's poke that thing. What could go wrong? I shouldn't have saved that medkit, though. They're a feisty one. Wow. There we go. I'm actually curious how it decides if you hit them or not. I think it literally just rolls some dice. But it was worth it. We got... Uh-oh. It says we got a red key, but we didn't get a flag. We didn't get a red key either. I it might have tried putting it to the south here and been blocked, which is not good. Well, if we come across a red door, that's okay. Now, listen, 2021 is the perfect time to do the 1.0.2 release. Get this cool bridge. I always like when games do the blinking water to create the illusion of movement as best as you can, at least. This is a nice looking game. I mean, really, it's the artboards that really stand out, but I mean, it has a good look in general, honestly. Yeah, okay, so I was supposed to get a red key there. You ascend from the caves, but a few feet from where you entered. The main difference is now you're past the guard. Shortcut. Sign is posted here. Beware! The cameras are treacherous and should not be entered unless accompanied by an experienced spelunker. Okay, so I guess they put signs on both sides. What's this guy? Guard doesn't know you managed to sneak past him. It's probably best he doesn't find out either. Okay. I like the forest boards here, too. They do a very nice job of still being... like, you actually get to see a little bit of some tree trunks instead of usually the typical just canopy only, and some nice fade to black as things go out into the distance. Yeah, actually, I will go to bat for the rest of this game's art and not just the artboards. Anyway, our drumsticks are no longer going to be effective. Walking further into the dark woods, you come across a gathering of wild animals. You realize that perhaps sneaking past the guard wasn't the wisest idea after all. You can feel a knot of fear growing in your stomach. As the animals approach, you begin to tremble. You want to run, but your legs won't budge. As you stumble forward into the dirt, and consciousness begins to slip from you, you fear that you will never awaken again. But lo, and behold, the last thing you remember is the image of a figure radiating brilliant light. You hear a chilling scream, and there is blackness. It's a really nice silhouette. You awake with a start from bad dreams. Wait, where are you? What time is it? What's going on? You can feel panic rising in you. The last thing you remember, you remember being surrounded and feeling hopeless, and then an uneasy peace. There was a brilliant light. You rise from the bed and take a few tentative steps. Your legs are aching. Looking around, you realize you are not alone in the room. Over there, by the bedside, stands a tall, humanoid machine, quite unlike anything you have seen outside of film. It tilts its head inquisitively to one side, then speaks. Greetings, my name is Sherlock. You must be greatly confused. Mirrodin is out back. If you'd like to head out there and speak with him, I'm sure he'll be able to answer all your questions. Thanks. Sherlock looks down on you, stone-faced. A synthesized, androgynous voice meets the air as its eyes grow brighter. It's examining you, judging you. Mirrodin's out back. Bookshelf time. Oh, we don't get to read them? No titles, huh? Actually, this is another board with some nice graphical effects here. Just making the outside actually all dark and doing some sort of shadowy silhouettes of the trees. It's a good look. Can't read the cool note. All we can do is head out back. Hang on one sec. Is this? Okay, this might be a little bit shorter than I remember. I knew this was short. Okay, purple person walks on up. Aha! Now we get to the good art. Some very impressive composition here. It's not easy to cram 3 people on one board. Deeply sorry to have to cut our meeting so short, but I'm even more sorry to have to lay you both with such a burden. Don't worry on it, Mirrodin. I know I might just be acting paranoid, but such a change worries me, and I'd rather play things safe. I know the task is daunting. Mirrodin, it's not like you're alone in this. We felt it too. Besides, we trust your judgment. Mirrodin, we don't mind doing a favor for such an old friend, especially when it may come to benefit so many. Well, very well then. He hugs them each. Alexei, Ernesta, take care and keep me updated on the situation. Stay vigilant. We will, and we will return. May peace rest on you always, Mirrodin. And you both. 2 visitors turn from Mirrodin and walk off towards 2 separate spacecraft standing a few feet away. After boarding them, several slow moments pass in which an unsettling silence descends on the isolated junkyard. And gradually, a deep-seated rumble grows in the air. The 2 aged, weary fighters rise, turn, and stumble forward, gaining speed as they sail up out of sight. The unsettling silence returns. They were old friends. Mirrodin turns away from the departing ships and looks down at Frodo. Now, my friend, I'm glad to see you're up and about. I was beginning to get worried about you, and you were asleep for quite some time. My name is Mirrodin, by the way. Pleased to meet you. My name is Frodo. What happened? It would seem, young Frodo, that you ran afoul of some woodland creatures. I happened to be out for an evening stroll when I came across you. You were standing at a fork in the path, surrounded by some agitated-looking animals. I feared for your safety, so I frightened them off, then brought you here. You lost consciousness during the ordeal. Oh, well, thanks then. You saved my life. It's quite alright. I'm sure you would have done the same if you were in my position. However, if you don't mind me asking, I'm curious. What were you doing wandering around the dark woods this late so far from your home? Well, actually, I was looking for you. There's a brief glimmer of something indescribable in Mirrodin's eyes, and he lets a small smile appear on his lips. Oh? Well, yes, you see, my friends and I, we have this band called the Tardigrades, and, well, we found out about the music festival thing on Nalakarus. It's coming up real soon, and we'd like to go. We think it could be the big break our band needs, and we have the entrance fee, and we're ready to go. It's just that you have no way to get there. Yeah, exactly. Mirrodin is now positively grinning. Well, my friends, it would seem that you are incredibly lucky. Not only did you escape the dark woods unscathed today, but you also just happened across exactly the right person for transport. Why, just this morning I finished fixing one of my freighters for interplanetary flight. As we speak, I'm ready to take passengers anywhere in the center. Frodo's face brightens and a smile appears. Yeah, this guy is a little... I don't know. I don't know if I would immediately want to trust him to take me to another planet. Really? That's excellent. I mean, would you mind? I'm sorry, we can't really afford, No, don't worry. I don't mind taking you and your friends for free. I could use a good break from this planet anyways. Briefly, apparently appealing to some unseen being before looking down to Frodo. Now, if you'll allow me to go get my droid Sherlock, we'll be needing them to help fly the ship. You can gather your friends, and then we will be off. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, good. Again, like, good shot of people actually interacting versus just standing there as well. Later. You guys, I'm really starting to get worried. Frodo's been gone for over 3 hours now. What could be taking him so long? I'm sure he's fine. Maybe Mirrodin's place is just really far away. Hidden. Hard to find. And you're telling me you're comfortable with the idea of letting our drummer just wander around the dark woods looking for some creepy old sorcerer like Mirrodin? You know what they say about him. You both do. Gjergj, look, He's cut off by the growing roar of engines on the air. What the? And it's not just cool shots of people in this game. As if sliding across some slippery unseen plain, Mirrodin's old freighter, the Eraser, sails in over the edge of the trees before gradually slowing to a halt. The vessel begins to sink below the tree line, landing in a nearby clearing. As Mirrodin powers down the ship's engines, the deafening roar dies out. It's a very good shot. At the flip of the switch on Mirrodin's console, a hatch on the ship opens and a ramp extends to the ground. Frodo calls out his bandmates from the opened hatch. Paava, Jukka, Gjergj, come on, over here. 3 remaining tardigrades board the ship, rather surprised. In the next few minutes, Frodo and Mirrodin explain everything to them. Just some very high quality art all around. Including here. Right, I hope this guy takes us to the planet we actually want to go to. Later, an infinite sea of stars spreads out before the Eraser as it sails silently away from home, en route to Nilakaras. The tardigrades are overjoyed at their luck, yet Mirrodin is not so excited. He can feel something in the air, a certain electricity that courses now through everything he sees, everything he touches. As he sits silent in the stale air of the freighter's belly, staring out of a porthole, taking in the dim glow of dozens of consoles, the prevalent hum of machinations and jubilations, the ceaseless rolling of the starscape. He knows in his heart that for better or worse, things are changing. His life, the lives of his friends, Alexei and Ernesta, and even the lives of his new young shipmates of the Tardigrades will never be the same again. Something is coming. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like another Beatles tune that I just can't recognize also. Let's see. A song from The Immortal, transcribed by Ern. So, The Immortal is what we're after, if you want to find the source for that song. Well, there we go. Seems pretty recognized. And that's actually kind of it. The tardigrades are safe for the time being, but now mysterious forces have shifted into motion. How long will their security last? What will the mysterious Alexei and Ernesta? What past do they have with Mirrodin? And what task has their old friend asked them to undertake? What will become of our lovable heroes, Paava, Jukka, Gjergj, and Frodo? Or their silver-haired guardian? Find out the answers to these and more questions in the second installment of this series. Coming soon! We're at 2006, 2007. Still waiting. Thanks for playing. Okay, so I knew that was going to be a short one, but we are like under 30 minutes here, actually. It's a nice little intro. It's got some very nice graphics. But that's it. It's a little short. It did come up. I just zapped right through it. It was at like the end of the back of the caverns. The exit was locked. So we just missed out. But this also has like progress on how the game was developed over time. See, which beetle is which? Let's see, where was... Oh, caverns, here we go. Oh, that's right, this is like... in progress. Because of the weird changes I had to do with Solid HUD. That makes it not good for editing, actually. I didn't bother opening KevEdit because I didn't think I'd need to actually look at code. Oh, you can do it this way then. Oh, there's our red door. Here's our monster. Oh, hello. That's not the right scene. That's the right scene. Sorry. Looking at the beast. Oh yeah, so you're just like 25% chance of hurting things. That's all it is. You're actually better off pushing against a wall to increase the odds that you'll actually get a hit. Is this just duplicating the entire block of code? That's one way to do it. Yeah, put seek red key, and I was up against a wall, so it just didn't work. So that explains that, at least. That did go shorter than expected, though. I would like to do something else that's short while we're here, if we can. Any good spacey games? That's definitely the theme we got going here. Mm-hmm. Space Slug, Space Stations. Space Time is Now, Space Trek, Space War, Space Wars. Nexus. Hmm. I've never actually played the Nexus series. Perhaps one of these days we should. This one does look like it might be a bit long for what we've already got. Look at this. Beautiful. There's a jungle. Oh, there's a castle. Got a cave. Got a secret cave. Yep, this is a great looking game. Doesn't this one actually have like a special edition? Oh yeah, it does. But it's only a few months later, so I don't know how improved it's going to look. Well, got a nice graphical overhaul, that's for sure. Alright, I'm just stalling for time at this point. Oh, Commodore did that. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Alright, I think we'll just call this a short one. That's a fun little game, though. It is a bit of a shame that nothing else ever came of it. Now's the time to return to it, a good 15 years later. Art was really nice. I'm a big fan. Specifically, I really love just the mono coloring on this one, where it's just the glow of the screen. Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing bad about it. It's just a short little, I guess dungeon crawler technically is probably describes the gameplay most of all. But it's really nice looking. The story doesn't get to really go too far because it's just the intro, really. But like, this is a pretty legit Act 1, I would say. So I guess we'll call it quits for today, though. Oh yeah, if you have like any scraps of this, like, do share them. Like, it's always cool to see. I did do the whole Operation Game of Velarum series some time ago now. One of those moments where I realized like how long I've been doing this. I streamed it in November of 2018 when part 1 was, and I think I just did like one a week or two for the rest of the year. That would be cool to see, actually. I would still be interested. What is it? A different? Would it have been like a different Beatles album cover every time? Is part 2 Abbey Road? Or is it just a mystery for the ages? I'm gonna just some art. No, Mutant Citadel was streamed. I did do that one. I was considering like switching over to just like random 24 hours of ZZT games because I know there was space for the topic once. But those games, completely unvetted, can be a bit of a gamble. So I don't really want to do that. But I've stalled for enough time that now we're heading closer to 40 minutes. I'm like, well, that's a short stream, but that's okay. So that's going to do it then for now. We will be back again next Sunday with who knows what. As well as next Friday, where we're going to keep playing more Super ZZT with more of Tyrobane, which has been a quite impressive little action RPG, I guess I would say. But that'll do it for today. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next stream. And thank you to Llama and Golem for swinging by for this. It's always fun when we get author involvement, especially when we also get friends of author to embarrass author. That's always great. And hope to see y'all next time. Later.